应该看得到了，我要放在这个，可以放这边。I need something. How we 挡住？除非这样。日本出来，sorry, don't mind. This one? Okay. Oh yeah. Speaker 你有忘了？这样啊。Okay.
This go down here, then you can put this out.
This one go down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. 这样子不要放下，丢一下了。Yeah. And then you got. Okay. Excellent. The sauce is correct, right?
Good morning. Wow. Experts were. Hi, good morning. My name is Eugene. I'm your MC for today. First of all, I'd like to welcome all of you. Okay, it's a Saturday morning, right? A lot of people out there choose to sleep in, watch movies, spend time with their family, but you choose to be here. Why? Simply because you want to be unstoppable, okay, in your journey towards success. So the theme that we have today here is Unstoppable Wealth. How many of you want to be unstoppable? And the rest? Sorry? Yeah, okay. You're here for the same reason you want to be unstoppable. Okay, I want to ask again. How many of you want to be unstoppable? Okay, all hands should go up there. Because if your hands don't go up, then probably you'll be stopped. Okay? So, again, congratulations and thank you so much for investing your time here. Now, we don't take your time for granted. Okay? You could have been elsewhere, but you choose to be here to learn something. So today we have a very exciting program lineup. Right? Before I introduce the lineup of speakers that we have, okay, I would like you to do something. Turn to your left and turn to your right. Okay? Get to know some new friends and congratulate them. Congratulate them for being here. Congratulate them for being unstoppable. Can you please do that? Okay, excellent. Right. So what you'll be expecting today, okay? The lineup of speakers on the program that we have today. Wow, still haven't finished. Oh, enjoying the congratulations. Huh? Okay. So the lineup of program that we have today is, first is that some of you have heard this speaker speak during the preview itself. Okay, there are certain traits that you need to have when you are in business so that you can be unstoppable. So he'll be sharing with you the traits that what you need to have, that you can be unstoppable in this journey. All right. Then after which we will show you a range of products with the disruptive technology. Okay. Do you still remember about disruptive technology? This is yes. This is no. So at least I know. Okay. I can see it's nodding. Right. So we'll show you the products that we have that is with this disruptive technology that is generating us more than 12 billion in sales. Right? Remember, Liner was saying that he'll be sharing with you a product that can heal in a minute. If you have a cut and you apply this product, and you'll be able to see how it heals in a minute. Remember that? So we'll be showing you this video today. Okay? And then at the same time, some of you may be partying last night, didn't have enough sleep. So probably, who do you think, among you, who you think you have some IBEX issue? Huh? Only 3. Okay, so we will show you how this product is able to work instantly. Alright, we will pick a few lucky participants to showcase this product. Okay, so for those of you who has not been sleeping for the past couple of days, I think you are in luck. But please don't later go and cry, and try to make the IBEX out and then try to use it on yourself. Don't do that, it doesn't work. Okay? So that's what we will be doing after lunch to show you the products, how you are able to disappear your IBEX in less than a minute. Are you ready for that? Yes. Not really. Are you ready for that? Yes. Okay, that sounds better. Okay. Then after lunch, after we have demonstrated how this IBEX works, how this product work for IMAX, okay? Then we'll show you some online marketing stuff, online marketing strategies. How many of you already has an online business? Okay, not that many. How many of you think that you are able to monetize from whatever that you have already been doing online? Okay. How many of you don't know what I'm saying? Or how many of you would never raise your hand whatever I ask? Okay, one. Okay, at least I have one of those person over here. Okay, so what we'll be showing you is that what are the strategies that you can use, okay, on social media itself, online itself, that you are able to use this technology to market. For those that are already marketing products online, you can use this as well. Okay, and it will be taught by, it will be shared by one of our leaders as well. Right? Then at the end of the session, we have a big bonus coming up. Okay, we managed to invite one of our leaders to come and share with you, but I will not tell you who is it. I will leave it to the next speaker to tell you who is it. Okay, so are you ready for today? Yes. I don't think so, Lee. Yes. Okay, never mind. Before I bring this next speaker up, some of you have already seen him. Okay, he is an e-commerce expert, right? And he is known for spotting trends. And by spotting trends, he saw a growing trend in the month of January. Within 3 months, he's able to build an e-commerce business about it, or this disruptive technology products. Okay? And again, like what I mentioned to you just now, he'll be sharing with you some tricks, okay? Or even some secrets. How many of you like to know secrets? Just sound like. Okay? So we're sharing you some secrets. What is it that an entrepreneur should have in order for you to be unstoppable in your journey towards success? In order to be unstoppable in your entrepreneur journey. Okay? Are you ready to welcome him? Yes. I don't think so. Are you ready to welcome him? Yes. Can we put a round of applause and welcome Lionel Sun?
Thank you very much, Eugene. Appreciate it. Okay, very good morning to all of you. Good morning. So like what Eugene mentioned earlier, he asked, how many of us here want to be unstoppable today in terms of wealth? The rest really unstoppable already. Right. So later what I want to show you is that, okay, today I want to share with you how you can actually think like be an unsuccessful but still successful entrepreneur. Now what I mean by this, now how many of you want to know that you cannot study very well, very lousy in school, but still can make lots of money? Okay, so that's what this training is all about. So right now, like what, and here's the thing, you guys, everyone here is actually very lucky today. You know, yesterday I actually had lunch with my mentor. You guys know I also had a mentor, right? Because I'm O-level students, I didn't know anything about computers or technical experience. So I actually had a mentor. And who is this mentor? Is that this guy, he is actually an ex-fashion designer turned marketer. And he's so accomplished that he actually recently won a lot of awards, some government award, for changing people's lives through e-commerce. And in fact, in year 2012, he was invited on stage to speak alongside with Robert Kiyosaki. You guys know Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? And he was asked to be the Rich Dad advisor for the internet marketing portion. So yeah, and because my mentor, he's already semi-retired. That means he always like to go for long breaks and go for long holiday. So anything that requires him to work for more than an hour, he really don't like it. He will only be there for 1 hour. So yesterday during lunch, I literally had to twist his arm back him and ask him, hey, can you share some secrets to this group of people, enthusiastic people who wants to be an unstoppable? And you know what? He said yes. Would that be okay? Right? And he will be sharing with you the strategies. But that will happen around 3+. He will come over and he will share with you what some of the strategies that he's doing that actually help him to become a billionaire today. Would that be okay? Alright, okay, so let us do a quick recap of what we actually learned on last Tuesday or last Wednesday. Alright? Okay, we're going to set up the fan for you. So you'll be off. Okay, is it okay if we off this light? You all prefer me to off the light here? Yes. Alright, okay. Yeah. Would that be better? Yes. Okay, fantastic. Okay, now here's the thing. Now, because today is going to be a full day, right? We'll be learning a lot of things. So is it important that we get the most out of today's training? Yes? Alright. So there are a few things that we need to do to get the most out of today's training. You all still remember what is the first thing? Okay, first thing is, must we keep our minds open? We must keep our mind open, right? And you know why is it? But here's the thing, keeping our minds open is actually not enough. You know why? Here's the thing, you notice that in our mind, we always have this voice that kind of prevent us from moving ahead one. Yes or no? Like whenever you want to do something, you feel that, wow, this is the thing, your gut feel tells that you have to do this, but there's always that little voice in your head that always tell you otherwise. True or not? So can we, for the next 4 to 5 hours or so, can we just ask that voice to keep quiet for a little bit, okay? Right, so that we can absorb more information. And the next thing is this, not only do I want you to open your mind, but we also want to open up our hearts. Now here's why. Our mind can lie to us, but our heart cannot lie to us. You agree now? If you learn something and you feel a very strong emotional impact to it, do you think you can retain the information a lot better? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right. So that is how you actually retain up to 50% of the information today. If you want to retain up to 100%, what must you do? You also remember? Participate. So if I ask you a question, you? If I ask you a question, you? Okay, fantastic. Alright? Now, here's the thing. Okay, why do people fail now? In order for us to understand how people can be successful in the first place, we need to understand why most of us are struggling to succeed. True or not? So the truth is this, that actually there is no such thing as failure. Failure only happens when you what? Yeah, someone said the correct answer. Only when you give up. Okay, you only give up. So I just want to know how many of us here, your parents or maybe you define failure as this. Okay, for me, it's like that. When I was younger, right, if I don't do well in school, my mother sent me for countless of tuition. But then when I take the exam, I still fail. She considered that as a failure. And then when I tried to start out a business on my own or do a joint venture with a friend, and it didn't work out, my mother considered that as a failure. And she will ask me, you want to fail how many times? So I just want to know how many of us here, our parents define failure as that. Anyone? Or you also define failure as that, okay? And here's the thing, when we are being conditioned to think that making mistakes is failing. In the future, do you think most people will dare to start a business? No, because the fear is already there. So here's the thing that we all need to change our perception, right? Which is, failure only happens when we give up. Okay, making mistakes is different, but can we learn from our mistakes? Can we learn from our mistakes and do even better? Yes. So successful people when I read a book by Robert Kiyosaki, he said that successful people make more mistakes than any other people in the world. Do you all agree with that? Right? Okay. So here's the thing. So what exactly it is in us that is making us to give up easily? That is the most important thing we need to know. Right? Why most people give up easily? And here's the thing, in order for us to understand why most people give up easily, we need to understand how our brain works in the first place. Alright? Here's the thing, how many of you here actually use Windows computer? Windows, right? Have you ever experienced this? You try to install a program. Then sometimes the program got problem installing one. Then you keep trying and suddenly got blue screen appear one. Then what happened? The computer crash. Anybody experienced this before? That's why I changed it back already. So you realize, hey, sometimes most people, when here's the thing, when we try to install a program and the program don't seem to be working, most of the time we blame the program. Correct or not? We say, well, this program must be corrupted or pirated. But we didn't realize something. Maybe sometimes it could be the operating system. Maybe the operating system has not been updated. That's why it cannot be installed. Or maybe if you just change to Mac, hey, the program can run even smoothly. True or not? Right? So here's the thing. Our brain actually works like a computer like that. So do you know some people, they attend courses after courses, maybe stock trading or maybe internet marketing or anything, but then still struggling to succeed cannot succeed. You all know people like that. Right? And the reason is because they haven't changed their operating system here. If they cannot change the operating system here, they are not able to absorb the information to use it to its most effective. Agree now? Alright? So here's the thing. Right? In order for us to understand our mind, we need to understand that, oh, by the way, our brain has two minds. What are those? Subconscious and conscious. I heard some people say left brain, right brain. Okay. Subconscious and conscious mind. Now, one is more powerful than the other. Which one do you think? The conscious mind is more powerful or the subconscious? Subconscious, right? So you see, the thing is, subconscious mind actually makes up 95% of our entire brain. The conscious mind only makes up between 5 to 10%. That means all this while when you're thinking, you're analyzing, you're actually only using 10% of your actual brain potential. So like what you see here, okay, people at the back cannot see, right? Now, our conscious mind actually controls analysis. That means when we analyze things, we actually using the conscious part of our brain. Okay, it helps us to think and plan, and it actually controls our short-term memory. Now, our subconscious mind, how the best way to explain is this. Now, why God gave us most part of our brain is actually subconscious mind. It's because there are a lot of things that you are doing every day, and you don't want to be thinking about it, and you're still able to do it. True enough. So, what are some of the examples? Can you tell me that is using your subconscious mind that you are doing it automatically without you realizing it? Okay, let me give you an example. How many of you here, when you wake up in the morning, like this morning, you are very tired, very sleepy. You drag yourself up to the toilet and you brush your teeth. You're not really concentrating about brushing your teeth, or you're maybe not even thinking about anything, but you won't end up brushing your hair. Have not? Don't have, right? Okay, so how many of us here drives, okay? Have you ever experienced this before? Like, you always drive from home to work, from work to home, right? To and fro, always the same journey, right? And then sometimes when you're driving, you're probably thinking about something else, what to eat for dinner, you're not really concentrating. Then somehow you magically realize, hey, how come I can reach home safely? Have you ever experienced something like that? Yes? So do you consider that automatic? So is that conscious part of the mind, or is it the subconscious? Subconscious, right? So here's the thing, actually our subconscious mind is actually a very powerful leverage. Can you just give me another example? What are some of the things that we are doing it automatically, but we are not thinking about it, but it just happened automatically, subconsciously? Anyone? Sorry? Typing? Okay, when you type, you don't have to look at your keyboard, right? You just know when to type, right? If you do it long enough, okay, that's true. What? I heard someone say over here? Breathing, right? Correct. And what about sleep? Yeah, you're right. Because do you have to think about it when you're breathing? Do you have to think about it when you're walking? You just walk, right? And here's the thing, when you sleep, does your body still continue to work? Yes, and all is all controlled by the conscious mind. So you want to be good. So here's the thing, do you believe that it is possible to train our subconscious mind to the point that we can automatically spot any business and be successful at it? Do you think so? No? Is that possible? Right, to pick any business and be successful at it. But do you think that it is also possible that the subconscious mind that can also be programmed to fail? That means whatever you try to do, your subconscious mind will just lead you to failure. Possible or not? Possible as well, right? So here's the thing. So let me just give you an example. What is that one thing, logically speaking, you can succeed on, but somehow the subconscious mind is programming you to fail? Let me give you an example, okay? How many of us here, brave souls, are genuinely afraid of cockroach? I am afraid of cockroach, so I just want to see who also afraid of cockroach. If the rest not afraid of cockroach, so you're very brave, right? Will you go and catch the cockroach now? If you see, you won't. Okay, now here's the thing. For those of us, okay, can I show your hands again? Okay, let's participate fully. Okay, I just want to, who here afraid of cockroach? Genuinely, the moment you see cockroach, you will avoid them. That means you're afraid, right? So here's the thing. Let's analyze logically speaking, for the next few minutes. Now, first of all, the cockroach, is it smaller than the size of a palm? Yes or no? Okay. Can the cockroach kill us? No. Does the cockroach have knives for feelers that can cut you? Does a cockroach like a machine gun can shoot you? Don't have, right? But then here's the thing, if you roll up the newspaper and you hit a cockroach, can the cockroach die? If you spray baygon or shell tops, can the cockroach die? So logically speaking, we are more powerful than a cockroach, right? And the thing is, cockroach is actually powerless against us. So, and we analyze already. So right now, if let's say right now I were to flick a real cockroach at you, your first reaction will still be who will still move away from the cockroach? Who will still be afraid of cockroach? So is that conscious or subconscious? Subconscious, right? Automatically you get scared, correct? No? You don't have to think of being scared. It's automatically you will feel scared. So you realize when it comes to business, sometimes because of okay, now let's analyze cockroach. Why do we build up our fear of we are afraid of cockroach? Since when? Could be because maybe when we are young, we are little, You see our parents afraid of cockroach, you see your friends afraid of cockroach, naturally you also become afraid of cockroach, right? So similarly, if you keep hearing people who fail in business, and you hang around people who always complain and fail, and always fail in business, never do well, automatically you'll be afraid to start a business right now. Even though logically speaking, there are a lot of people who succeed in business. Logically speaking, that right now, a job for most people is no longer stable, correct? After working 30 to 40 years of their life, what is the risk? Do they face retrenchment, the risk of retrenchment, right? But people will still spend so much money to get a degree, so they will earn 2,000 to 3,000 every month, right? But this is all subconsciously programmed already, alright? So right now, we want to share with you how you can actually change your programming. Okay, now the secret to guaranteed success. See, the problem is that why is it so difficult for people who just straight away condition their subconscious mind to help them succeed? Why is it so difficult? Right, you realize, just like the example of the cockroach, you know logically speaking there's something to be afraid of a cockroach. But most people automatically still get scared whenever they see one, right? So how can you actually change your thinking? Like for example, most people are automatically afraid to be successful. They are afraid to make mistakes, they are afraid to fail, they are afraid to start a business. So how can we actually change that? So it will help us to become more successful in any business that we do, right? Now, one of the reasons is this, you realize when we are little, right? Okay, it's also part of conditioning. When we are young, do you remember, or maybe, how many of you here have kids that are already in school? Anyone? Okay, I don't know, have you actually participated in those young children learning? They will show flashcards to the kids. What do you want to be when you grow up? And the picture will sometimes be a fireman, policeman, right? And doctor, nurse can help people, right? So all these professions are classified as what? As a job, correct? Have you seen the flashcard that says successful entrepreneur? Don't have, right? Correct not? Have you seen a card that says stay at home, work from home, computer, then wear t-shirt job? Don't have, there's no such thing. So that's why most of us are being programmed to take a job. So automatically, when people graduate from school, university, after paying so much money, what is the first thing they think of? Job, correct? Even though they didn't even logically go and evaluate why is it better to do a business, but automatically people are being programmed to get a job, right? So how can we change that? Now, if you look at this screen here, if they were to take a microscope or you will scan your brain, our brain actually looks something like this. So you see this clump here, they call this the neurons. You see this clump here, this is actually our memory. And what are all these little wires are actually the connections that we made that actually form this memory. Now here's what I mean. I think I put it there. Okay, let's participate together. Okay, assuming this is your memory right now, right? Now let's say one part of your mind will be thinking of the capital alphabet M. Okay? Then maybe another part of your mind will be thinking of the color yellow. And then another part of your brain, your emotional intelligence, whenever you see this yellow M, you feel happy automatically. Now if I combine a yellow M and happiness, what do you get? Funny, right? How come everyone know the answer? Automatically, you know the answer is McDonald's, right? And why do you think this? And why do you think you don't think about other things? How come you won't think that M is money, M is money? How come you won't think that? Why do you think it's McDonald's, right? It's because we are being conditioned since young. Agree or not? Right? Since young, we always watch television commercial. Now the truth is this, guys. Are there burgers or fast food restaurants a lot better tasting than McDonald's? Have or not? Have. But why McDonald's is still so successful today? Why still a lot of people want to go and eat McDonald's? Now here's the thing. Since young, we have always been conditioned the same message without you realizing it. When we watch people eating McDonald's on the TV, usually they are very sad or happy. That's why we got Happy Meal. Right? And then after that, when you see the family members is also very happy. So automatically, it subconsciously conditioned. Like sometimes when most people, when they are not in a good mood or they feel lousy, I'm going to eat McDonald's, feel happy, correct? Even though it may not be that true, correct? But then subconsciously, we are all being programmed without logically analyzing. Why would I eat McDonald's and be happy then? I will get fat only, correct? But why would I be happy? So nobody will think that, you see? Okay? Wait, where is it? Sorry, I keep talking here. I also forgot where. subconscious, subconscious. Alright? So here's the thing. There are two ways that you can actually change that. Now you see, now the first thing that you have been programmed is because of the same message that you've been seeing over and over again. You agree now? That subconsciously it gets stored as data. So you won't, this is something that we cannot control. You will keep seeing the same message subconsciously stored as data. And when it's stored as data, it becomes our operating system. So whatever we do will be based on the programming. Agree now? So how most people are being programmed? Are they programmed negatively for success or positively? Most people. What do you think? Most people are programmed negatively for success. Why? Because since we may have read newspaper that saying if people actually fight because of money, or people go to jail because of money. So you may not realize it, although you may think that I want to be successful, I need to earn wealth and all that. But the thing is that subconsciously, you may not realize it, you may be programmed to afraid to handle cash. Do you know there are some people when you hand them a wad of cash, I tell you something, this is actually happened to me a long time ago. Last time my mentor, which you'll be here later, when he handed me, he told me that I'm actually afraid of success. And I didn't understand why. And you know what he told me? I can see it from the way you count money. I said, how do you tell? Because I was handling his cash to go and count and was counting so slowly and very carefully. When he took the cash, he said, this is how you should count cash. That's how you count. So he told me that I'm actually afraid of success. And then he also told me, you know, he even spot the way I eat. Do you agree that how you do certain things in your life is kind of a reflection of how you will run your business, right? Yes or no? And do you know last time he even spot how I eat my food now? And he tell me whether I'll be successful just by watching me eat now. Can you believe it? Then you know what happened? I was eating chicken rice with him one day. And then he told me this. I know you will be someone who is in Mandarin, later our director say it's called 先苦后甜, which means that you will believe in working very, very, very hard and then enjoy your success later. I said, really man, you can even talk about me. Look at the way you eat. You see, you finish all the rice, then you leave the chicken the last piece. And then she said this, okay, that means you are someone who will work 30 to 40 years of your life, and then when you have money, then you want to enjoy. How many of you are like that one? Like me, like that. Then you say, you know what? When you're 30, 40 years, you're how old already? 50, 60 years old. Do you have the energy to go and enjoy? You shouldn't be like that. You should, every time when you earn some reward, you have some small little success, reward yourself a little bit. So how you should eat chicken rice is like me. Eat a bit of rice, mix with a bit of chicken, and you enjoy everything together. Then you'll be motivated to work even harder. Agree now? Alright, so all these things you didn't realize, but it's actually stored subconsciously in our brain. Okay? Now, second thing is this. How do you actually change your programming that is already there? There is even a faster way. The faster way is that you must experience a huge emotional impact that will change you. And for some people, it could be a positive impact, it could be a negative impact. A positive impact, for example, could be, do you all remember the exercise that we did? The stronger your why, the easier your... Were you all here last week? Put a lot of effort to share the information, you all don't remember. The stronger your why, the easier your what? Your how. Alright? Do you all still remember the experiment that I asked everyone? Right? Okay, by the way, I just want to know who here actually didn't come for Tuesday or Wednesday training. That means today is your first training. No, I mean the Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, who was here on Tuesday one? Who was here on Wednesday? Okay. Who here this entire week? This is the first time you are here one. How come you still put up your hand? That means you all pay the $50 come here, correct or not? That means you all have been through the training, right? You all remember the bridge principle which I shared? If I were to put a table here, one end to another end, and I challenge you to walk, will you all walk? You all remember the experiment? Yes. Right? And then when I raise the building up, all the way up to the height of Marina Bay Sands, right? I give you $1 million. Suddenly nobody there to walk. Agree now? But then when I ask you, if let's say your family member, your loved one, your kids, your parents or your spouse is at the end of the building and the building is on fire, the only way to save them is to walk across and save them. What happened? Suddenly everyone all hands up, I will save them. So what has just changed, right? It's because it's not that you're not aware of the obstacles, it's not because you're not afraid, but the thing is that your why is so strong that it gives you courage to overcome your obstacle. Agree not? Right? So this is what I call a strong emotional impact. You must have a very strong why, and then you'll be able to change your thinking. All right, you must want it a lot. Now, another way is that it could be because of certain back. Another thing is called negative motivation. Okay? Negative emotional impact. You guys want to write this down? Now, for myself, my negative emotional impact was when my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer at the same time, and my great-grandmother was hospitalized because of a hip fracture. And the only person that took them in and out of the hospital was my mother. And I can tell you it was quite bad because my father at that time was he helps with the family income So my mother she only earns $2,200, so it's very tough for her. But the thing is, luckily we had insurance So I told myself if let's say we don't have insurance anymore and you have another setback, are we able to pull through? And I think the answer is no. So for me, that is my negative emotion that motivates me. Now another thing is also could be because now there are a lot of us, because we understand I give you another example. You know, there was this case study. Scientists actually created a video to show the parents. Okay, they interview parents. They interview the parents and they ask, hey, how do you feel about the working society today? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? And do you know what are most of their answer? Do you think their answer is positive one or negative one? Negative, right? Because they work so long and then they don't see any results and then they don't know whether can they keep their job now. So a lot of them, when they interview them, they ask them, okay, what are you doing? Or I'm an engineer. What are you doing? Or I'm a school teacher. What are you doing? They interview them. And all of them told them that they have a concern that they may not be able to retire. They are afraid of retrenchment. Okay, the future is very bleak. And then you know what actually happened? They didn't realize but they secretly they get another team of people to interview the kids. That means those adults, right? They are kids. And they ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor just like daddy. I want to be and they are very positive, about the profession. And then do you know what? Then they ask why you want to be a doctor, and then the kids are so motivated. And you know what? They recorded this video and they show to the parents. Show the parents what their kids say. And do you know what? The parents cry. Because it's like they themselves has walked the journey. And then they realize that the future is actually not very bright. But yet the kids are so positive. And because the kids actually follow the parents. You agree now? Kids don't really follow what we say, but they follow what our parents do. Agree now? So in order for us to want our kids to have a better life, is it important for us to lead by example? So that can be your strong motivation, positive motivation. Is that right? Okay, now here's the thing. What is your perception? We don't see things as they are, but we see things as we are. Remember we showed you the video about the passing ball one? You guys remember? And then a lot of people some of you actually didn't notice all these things happening while you're counting how many passes the ball is being thrown, right? You didn't see the gorilla walking out. You didn't see the curtain changing color or the player wearing black color t-shirt walking out the screen, right? So that experiment actually tells us that a lot of people they only can see the things that they are actually focused on. They can only see the things that what they believe in. So sometimes, like I say, most people the view is very tunnel view. So if they don't believe that they can be successful, no matter what kind of opportunities being thrown in front of them, they will not be able to see it. So the only thing is that you must be able to believe. Write this down, okay? Believe that anything is possible. Okay? Believe that anything is possible. Right? So the rule of thumb here is this. Right? A negative mind will never give you a positive life. So if you hang around people who are always complaining, even though you're someone who is very positive, do you end up find yourself complaining also? It's very normal, okay? It's very normal. So it's very important of who you hang around with. So remember, negative mind will never give you a positive life, right? Okay, so remember, anything is possible. You all remember this guy? I showed you guys the video of this gentleman, right? If he can do a lot of things, can type 43 words a minute with his chicken drumstick leg, we always call it the chicken drumstick leg, right? And he can even dive head in first into the water. He can make money while staying at home just by